Are you guys ready to see goddamn Loki this week? Because I know I am. So, up until this point, which also, we're going to get into spoilers, but I just got to say, up until this point, I have always thought Loki would be a little bit of a loser. I'm going to say right here, my opinion was wrong, you know, it happens. But the only scene we've had of Loki up until this point was Loki bending down, holding a flower to Lola. And I was like, okay, this guy's a lover boy, right? Like, how cool can he get? But apparently, according to the spoilers, Loki has an amazing design. The leakers compare Loki's design, which, by the way, is not silhouetted, but they compare his design to Kaido and Doflamingo. And I'm like, yo, that is a good bar to have, right? Being compared to Kaido and Dofi? Are you kidding me? The two most iconic villains in One Piece so far? Insane. Absolutely insane. But yes, welcome back, you guys. My name is Sai, and let's get into the 11:30 spoilers. Of course, as per usual, we're going to go into this assuming you've already read them. If you haven't, they're going to be linked down below in the pinned comment. But yes, turns out that the cover page story this time around is actually somewhat meaningful. You know, hard to say that for Yamato's cover page story, right? It's been 17 weeks, but something is finally happening to Yamato. Because in the cover page, we see that somebody has actually stolen Yasui's blade from Yamato and Tama while they're sleeping in the night. And hey, my one question is, where's Shinobu, right? Shinobu was with Tama and Yamato last we saw. Shinobu is missing. So maybe, you know, my theory is that it might be Shinobu for some odd reason. Outside of that, of course, it could just be the kidnappers, right? We still don't know who the kidnappers are in Wano. But yes, it looks like things are finally getting a little bit spicy. Beforehand, Yamato didn't really have much to do, right? Oh, I'm just traveling around Wano, you know, I gotta deliver the sword to the shrine. But now that somebody has stolen Yasui's blade, we have to go after them. So I am kind of curious to see where you guys stand with this. Are you excited for the Yamato cover page story now? Or do you still not really give a crap because it's been 17 weeks of Yamato just hanging out? Which, hey, as a fan of Yamato, I'm glad things are finally happening. So, on to the chapter now, and we see that the Straw Hat group that were not on Elbaf are actually on their way now. We don't really know what is spurring them to do that, but it looks like they have given up looking for Luffy out on the ocean, and they're just gonna go all the way to the mainland. And that is when we see that the Straw Hat group, Luffy and the crew, actually are on Elbaf. When they break that wall, they find out that they are indeed in the land of giants, which is good to see, right? There were still a lot of debates as to where they were specifically, but yes, we do get that confirmed this week. And outside of this, though, apparently we cut away and we get some newspaper info about how Egghead Island was reported. And we learn that the world government is spinning that news story all the way around. They're saying that Luffy has killed Dr. Vegapunk, which we kind of saw coming because beforehand they were saying that Luffy was holding Vegapunk hostage. So it only makes sense now that Vegapunk is dead that they do blame it on Luffy, which is kind of funny because Vegapunk is still alive, right? We have Lilith, we have the Megapunk up in the clouds. So any moment now they can just come down and say, hey, guys, that's fake news. You know, Luffy didn't do that. But of course, Luffy's a pirate, so I doubt they're going to want to clear his name anyways. But yes, because of this, and because of the Giants' help, Dory and Brogy's bounty has been raised. They went from 100 million combined on Little Garden to 1.88 billion combined here today. Absolutely insane. I mean, we've seen giant boosts like this before, right? Like Crocodile, for example. He went from 80 million to 1.9 million, right? And then we had Buggy, 15 million, all the way up to 2 billion. Like, these guys, man, the world government does not hold back when it comes to the New World bounties. So Dory and Brogy having this combined bounty, I think is pretty interesting because the initial spoilers don't mention anything about Straw Hat bounties. And I'm like, wait. You know, Dory and Brogy, that makes sense, right? They clashed with a couple of Gorosei members, they cut Jupiter, they blocked Warcudi. Like, sure. They deserve the upgrade. But what about the Straw Hats? But of course, like I said, these are the initial spoilers, so I bet tomorrow we will see some Straw Hat bounties, maybe? For me, at least, it would be a little bit strange if their bounties went up, but the Straw Hats didn't, considering the fact that Luffy killed the Navy's #1 asset. So it's like, yo, like, Luffy needs an upgrade, Zoro needs an upgrade, Sanji, all them. I feel like they deserve it, or at least a flat boost, right? I feel like that is pretty well deserved at this point. Another thing I found kind of interesting about this initial batch of spoilers is that it doesn't mention anything about Saint Saturn's death. So I wonder if the world government is covering it up, or if they're not going to mention it whatsoever, which I think is going to be really hard, considering the fact that 9 vice admirals witnessed this guy die. So it's like, yo, like, what's going to happen to the 9 VAs, right? Is the government going to put them on hush-hush money? Or are they going to kill him? Or are they just going to pretend like that didn't even happen, right? So yeah, a lot of crazy things. And I'm glad we're getting the fallout of Agate Island even today, right? It's kind of hilarious. So now, moving on to the next bullet point and the craziest one of the chapter, we see Prince Loki. And like I said, he's not silhouetted. And the first bullet point about this guy goes crazy. I couldn't believe my eyes when I read it. It says that Loki killed his father to get a legendary devil fruit. What? Huh? You know what I mean? Like, what? What do you mean? He killed his dad? Also, who was his dad? Was it Odin, or did they go with a different mythology? Like, I don't know. And then plus, what the hell is this legendary devil fruit? They're throwing us into the midst of chaos already. So as far as Loki killing his dad, I feel like that fits in with people expect of a Loki-esque character. And then outside of that, like the devil fruit part, right? What kind of devil fruit are we talking about? Are we talking about another mythological Zoan? Are we talking about a special paramecia like Law? Or are we talking about a brand new Logia devil fruit? I feel like Oda could go a couple different routes here. Personally, I kind of feel like it might be a Zoan, simply because we've seen so many crazy transformations in the past 2 arcs. So yeah, I kind of do just expect a Zoan, but I would love if this is another Paramecia or a brand new Logia, because they haven't really gotten any love in these past 2 arcs or this final saga yet. So yeah, dude, hit Loki with the crazy Logia, hit him with the crazy Paramecia. I think that would be pretty damn awesome. One question I'm kind of wondering about right now is, what are the circumstances of Loki killing his dad for this devil fruit? Was it a Thatch type situation where his dad found a devil fruit and then Blackbeard, you know, killed him for it? Was it like that? Or did his dad already eat the devil fruit and Loki killed him to steal it, like Blackbeard and Burgess? We're not too sure yet, but either way, it looks like Loki is being punished for his crimes, because the chapter goes on and it says that Luffy leaves his group to go and meet Loki, who's chained up to the tree. They don't say what tree, but of course we do get confirmation in this chapter that Yggdrasil actually exists. So maybe Loki is tied up to that tree, which I think makes the most sense. But yeah, Loki is being punished for killing his dad, which, I mean, hey, if Loki's the prince, that means that his dad was the king, right? Killing the king is not exactly a petty crime. So Loki is being punished here, and I don't know how this is going to go down, right? Like, there is a chance that Loki is being framed for murder. I think that'd be a really interesting plot point. Like, maybe somebody killed his dad, took the devil fruit, and then now Loki is paying the price, and now we're gonna befriend him. That's my opinion right now, but I don't know. We don't have a lot of information coming into this, but we do see in the final double spreads of the chapter that Yggdrasil does indeed exist, like I said, and in the middle of the tree, there is a layer where the castle and village of Elbaf actually exists, and we finally get the correct spelling of Elbaf. It is not E-L-B-A-F, it's E-L-B-A-P-H. I believe we've had many iterations of this in the past, but now we have that official spelling. It's like the Mother Flame thing, right? At first, people were calling it Mother Flame, some people were saying Mother Frame, and then the Viz kind of went with that for a little bit, and then Oda had to come out and spell it for all of us. And this right here is one of those moments. We finally know how Elbaf is supposed to be spelled in English. Also, I just want to point out that we don't exactly know what happened to the legendary devil fruit that Loki killed his dad for. It doesn't say if Loki ate it or if he just has it in his possession. So I am kind of curious about that as well. But yeah, you guys, that is about it for the chapter right there. According to the leakers, everything here looks absolutely amazing. All the way from Elbaf's design, to the tree, to the castle, to the village, to Loki. My God, I am so excited to see what Oda has cooked up here. And also, I forgot if I mentioned this earlier in the video, but Loki's design does not match the guy we saw off the coast of Elbaf. So it's 2 different people. So there is some interesting things going on here, right? We still have a mystery player in the realm. So with that being said though, guys, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this chapter down below. How do you feel about finally seeing Loki? How do you feel that the Straw Hats are now officially in Elbaf? How do you feel about Dory and Brogy's crazy bounty? Let me know all your thoughts down below, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. And also, keep in mind that these are the brief spoilers. When tomorrow comes, we will get a lot more information about the chapter and a lot of events that aren't even listed here as well. But yes, I'll catch you guys later. My name is Sai. Also, sorry, I just, like, it was like an epiphany. Did you guys hear the news that Bandai Namco, the publisher, the game publisher that owns the One Piece IP, they came out today and said that they canceled the One Piece game they were making? I can't believe it. They canceled the One Piece game and the Naruto game that were in development. Why? What are they doing over there, man? I mean, hey, maybe it was a bad game conceptually, but One Piece fans would have eaten it up. I mean, same with Naruto fans too. I mean, hopefully Bandai Namco sees the success of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and other anime fighting games currently, and they say, hey, maybe we should change up the formula. Maybe we should make a better One Piece or Naruto game. I hope that's what they're doing, but it doesn't sound like it because Bandai Namco, the publishing company, apparently they're just firing a lot of their staff and hoping they quit. So who knows what they're doing with the One Piece IP? I mean, One Piece, you know, they excel when it comes to movies, music, manga, anime, but we just can't get a goddamn good One Piece video game. Why? Why do they make it so hard? But yes, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.